Here are 10 things I would recommend you check when getting your classic car out of storage. It's a sunny morning in spring. I can well imagine many of you are thinking about getting your classic car out now. The events have started and I would urge you to check these things a couple of weeks before you need to use your classic. If you have any problems, that gives you some time to sort them out, and please do feel free to get in touch with us if we can be of any assistance. Without further ado, let's get into it. Step 1, charge your battery. Get this on a trickle charge. Ideally, I would recommend you charge it during the season with something like this, but before you want to get it out, get it on a trickle charge. You can leave it going whilst you do all the other jobs. This gives your car the best chance of starting when you want it to. Sometimes if a car's been sat for a long time, it will take a little while to fire up. You don't want to be winding it over for ages with a battery that's already slightly flat and then completely flatten it and then find you can't start it. Just get out ahead of it, pop it on charge. So the next few steps are going to be all about checking our fluids. Step 2, we're going to check our engine oil level on the dipstick just down here. And if needed, we can top it up there. Step 3, we'll check our coolant level and top it up there. Step 4, we'll check our brake and clutch fluid levels over the other side of the car, different locations depending on the vehicle. If any of those are low, obviously you can top them up, but step 5 is to go round and look for any leaks. If you've noticed anything is particularly low, has taken a lot of fluid, paying particular attention to your brake and clutch because these really are rather mission critical, have a look underneath and see what, if any, fluid you've lost. We've done separate videos on how to check and top up each of these fluids, so please do head over to our YouTube channel and look for the how-to playlist on there, and you can find all those videos there which will help you with all the specifics. Next up, we'll check our tyres. We want to check that the tread is good. Look on the inside as well as the outside. Sometimes the outside might be fine, but the inside might be worn right down. Look for cracks in the sidewalls and between the tread. Also take a moment to check your date stamp. We recommend that you replace tyres that are over 10 years old. Date stamps can be found on the side of the tyres. They give you a week and year of manufacture. It's those last two numbers that we're really looking for. So in the case of this car, 22, which was 2022. So these tyres have plenty of life left in them. In reality, a lot of classic car tyres don't use up all their tread before they've reached that 10-year mark. So it really is worth keeping an eye on that. Next up, and assuming that we didn't find any fluid leaks when we were checking our fluids, I would just get in the car and work the brakes and the clutch a little before we start it up or try to move it. Make sure that the pressure feels right, hold the brakes down, make sure that they're not creeping, and then once you've done this, look around again and check for any leaks. Next up, I would advise that you check the fuel in your car. If the car's been stored over winter, the fuel may have gone stale. I would always advise storing a car with a minimal amount of fuel. I know this can be controversial to some people. If you watch our video on storing your car for winter, we did suggest this and suggest starting it up frequently and allowing yourself to top it up as you go. At this point, I would suggest, if your car is relatively low, top it up with some fresh fuel, and that will dilute any stale fuel and hopefully give your car the best chance at starting up. After that, I think it is time for the start up. Turn your ignition on. Let the fuel pump prime up. Again, make sure there's no leaks. Remember, SU float chambers can stick if they're left for a long time, so this can cause a leak. Once it's all primed up and not leaking, start the car up with a minimal amount of choke, just enough to get it going. I would always recommend starting with as little choke as possible and holding the revs up with the throttle if you need to, and turn that choke off as quickly as you can. With that done, let the engine warm up gently. Whilst the engine's warming up, this is the ideal time for the next step to check your electrics. Run through all the electrical systems. Get someone to help you check all your lights are working, particularly the brake lights and indicators. Someone can stand outside, look at these whilst you operate them from outside. Check your gauges, check your wipers, check your cigar lighter, check your electric power steering, and really do check your electric cooling fan. Whilst the engine's warming up, keep an eye on that temperature gauge and your oil pressure gauge to make sure everything is sound and good. And with that done, that is my 10 tips for checking your car over for winter storage, and I would now take it for a gentle test drive. If you can, just run it up and down your drive, test the brakes, test the clutch, test the steering, make sure everything feels as it should before you take it out on the open road. If you did find any problems or just want to be extra sure that your car's in good condition, please do feel free to get in touch. We would happily give your car a post-winter storage check over. It may be time for a service. If your car won't start, we do have a recovery service, so we can come and get your car, get it back to the workshop and check it all over. As I say, there's videos in our how-to guides on YouTube on how to check all these items, from charging your battery to checking your fluids, even how to start your car on choke. If there's anything you think we've missed, please do let us know in the comments and we will try to address that in future videos. And this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. Please do like, subscribe and follow, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.